Hey y'all, I'm Kathy from Kathy Creates, where I try to inspire you to create. Come on into the craft room and we will get this show on the road. I'm pulling up comments over here so I can see. When you get here, say hello. Let me know you're here. Is this working? It looks like it is. There we go. All right, so when you get here, say hello. Let me know how your day's been. If you are new to my page, welcome. And I want to let you know that you need to be commenting. My mom will be on shortly, and she will be pulling names for Happy Mail entries on or around the 13th of the month, which I believe is today. Yes, it is. So today is the last day for this month's entries. Hello, Miss Tracy. So you want to make sure that you're commenting so that you can get an entry for Happy Mail. Okay? All right. So first thing I want to do is I want to publicly thank Bonnie Bonar. She sent me some Happy Mail and told me that whatever I didn't want to use or couldn't use to go ahead and share with y'all. So some of this might be coming out in Happy Mail. So there's two of these, a very merry holly jolly Christmas. Look how cute those are. There's two of those. So I might be sharing one of those. Then we have some buffalo plaid. She knows me well. We have some buffalo plaid tissue paper. Okay. Love that. We have some black and white checkered napkins. We have some little pink, almost polka dots. They're cute. But this one's really pretty. Look how pretty that is. I don't know if you can see it. It's got like a little lacy design on it as well. Very pretty. And I love this black and white. How pretty. There's Miss Bonnie. I'm showing off my goodies I got from you. Another buffalo plaid. Look at that. She knows I love my black and white. How pretty is that? And then we have, this one is good for Christmas time. We might use this. This is a red and white gingham or buffalo plaid, but red and white. And then we have this one that's green and pink. Love this one too. This is a good neutral one. And then we have this guy. She just sent me all kinds of beautiful napkins. Look at this one. This one's gorgeous. And then, check this out. She sent me a giant spool. It is 33 1/3 yards. 33 yards of buffalo plaid wired ribbon that looks like it's about 1.5 inches. Yep, it's 1.5 inches. You know I will use the heck out of this. Thank you so much, Bonnie. I really appreciate it. All right, let's set all of this aside. Put these napkins up here with my other napkins. I'm going to put this guy over here. I'm going to put this over here for now. That'll go on the ribbon thing later. And my very sweet card that she sent. Okay. So moving on. So what we have next is we are going to make this very cute little kit. I'm going to turn it around. All of the pieces are going to fall off. But it's a Christmas sign. Could be a door hanger. Could just hang up anywhere. Hello, Robin. Hello. Excuse me, Terry. And Miss Tracy. Hello, hello. All right. So this is super cute. And one of the things I did a little different on this one is most of the pieces, at least on the backer board, have guides. Okay. They're like etched in. So we're going to pull this apart and I'm going to show you. I am going to get my little tape out because I am going to lose my little stars here because they're itty bitty. And we're going to go ahead and tape them down. You know I can use that. So, if you are local, this kit is going to be a make and take on December 7th. December 7th, up at Unvaulted Treasures at noon. You do need to pre-register. There is a link on my Facebook page for it, or you can go to the website and search Paint Party December 7th. And we're going to do this one together there. But I didn't want to leave all you guys out that aren't local So I thought I would also make it available for you. Okay, so the only thing that's not etched is the word and the dove. But if you can see that, I've etched all of the pieces on there for you. So you know where to place them, okay? And even after you paint it, you can still see that, all right? So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to paint the backer board, the top part first. Let that dry while we work on the other pieces. Then we'll paint the bottom. Now there is this line etched in. Hello, Laura. Separating it because I'm going to stain this bottom part and the top part's going to be navy blue. Because I want it to look like a night sky with all the stars. So I'm just going to tape down right on that line, making sure that right along that line is taped down really well. And then we're going to just paint it navy blue. Now, where the church is completely covered, so you don't really have to worry about that, but that's where I'm going to put my paint, and then we'll spread it from there. Right? I'm learning. You guys like that when it's easier. So, now the only problem with doing this is it kind of limits your creativity, because you will be able to see these etch lines even after it's painted, so you're kind of stuck doing it the way it's supposed to be done, or the way I've designed it. It's not necessarily the way it's supposed to be done, but the way that I have designed it. Now, I always go towards the edge, not against the edge, because that's going to scrape paint, and we don't want that. We don't want a messy edge. I don't want a messy edge. I never want a messy edge. All right, so we're going getting around those holes. We're going to go back up here. We're going to need a little more paint, I think. Yeah, we're going to need more paint. Just a little. And we're going to cover this well. Doesn't need to be drowning in paint, just needs to be covered. I want it to look like a night sky. Now you're not going to be able to see this if I hold it up, but you can definitely see the etch lines still through the paint. I'll hold it up, but I don't think you guys are going to be able to see that. Can you see that? Oh yeah, you can kind of see them. You can see the etch lines. Okay, so that's what I'm meaning, that, you know, you're kind of stuck with doing it the way I've designed it. It's not going to work otherwise. We're going to go ahead and peel that off. We're going to set this aside and let it start drying while we work on the other pieces. Okay, moving on. There's Mom. Hello, Elizabeth. All right, so we will be drawing Happy Mail probably this weekend, so make sure that you're commenting for the chance of those Happy Mails. All right, so there's a lot of this that's going to be painted white. The majority of it is painted white. So our little windows and our roof peak, those are black, and our door is black. All of this is white, and then these I painted over. I painted them white first, but then I'm going to use this champagne metallic from Folk Art. I love this stuff. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. I really like how that looks for the stars. So we're going to go ahead and paint all of this white. I'm going to put this stuff on tape. Hey, Tracy. How is Miss Tracy Dorio? All right, and then the black, we'll do that next. We're going to do all of this white first. Okay, and I might need to open up another white, but I've got an extra right here because there's not a ton of white left in this. Oh. All right, let's grab a paintbrush. For this, I am going to try to brush it because it's a lot bigger and it takes longer with a sponge. So again, I'm going towards the edge. I do that on all my pieces to try to keep the edges as clean as possible. Because I do not paint my edges. I like them to be the laser. So the cross is a little more difficult to do without getting a ton of paint everywhere. There we go. How's everybody's weather? We're finally getting into more seasonable weather. It was like 50 something today, which is still a little warm, but we'll take it. Not as warm as it's been, but it was just a kind of a comfortable day. Beautiful fall weather. This is typical fall weather for Ohio. I sometimes use chalk paint, but I'm not really a huge fan of it. So I usually use just acrylic. Depends on what I'm doing. So there's, like if you're doing glass or plastic, metal, those types of surfaces, chalk paint definitely works better. And that's when I would definitely use chalk paint. But I don't know, I've just never really liked it as well as acrylic. We will probably need to do a couple of coats of the white, so that's why I'm starting with the white. Because it does absorb down into this MDF. And make sure, I've got the sign over here, and at the end I'll show you guys again, but we have the next North Pole Express gift, or North Pole Gift Express, that's what it's called. I have the next sign over here, and it is the mom sign. It says, "Thou shalt not try me 24/7." And it is being gifted again. All you have to do is comment on the post, not this live, but the post. You know, who you would like it for or why. Even if it's yourself, that's fine. Just say, you know, myself, because these kids are driving me nuts. Whatever. And that's fine. And then I'm just going to randomly pick somebody and ship it out. So it's been fun so far. We've done 2 so far, and it's been fun. So I'm going to keep continuing that all the way through December 14th, I think is the last one. Something like that. 7 weeks of it. I want to make sure it's in time for Christmas, so we'll cut it off then. And it's gonna, we may have some repeats, but no, not beach weather, that's for sure. 75 and 13 miles. Oh, Laura, you're welcome. Oh, good, Bonnie. Bonnie won our golf sign, and she gifted it to her granddaughter. He's a golfer, so that is awesome. You all do such a great job supporting me that I wanted to give back, so that's what I'm doing. So, you know, you can use these as gifts. You can keep it for yourself. You know, anything along those lines. So, hello, Miss Bunny Martinez. Hello, hello. All right, we're going to do a second coat real quick on these. 2 should do it. I think we're going to have to open up a new bottle of paint. I panicked. I'm used to being on at 7. I'm like, oh my gosh, I only have 15 minutes. No, I've only used 15 minutes. I'm used to being, done in the 45-minute mark. And now I go until 7. So we've got plenty of time here. All right, let's finish where we left off here. I got a puppy trying to sneak in. Mr. Cooper's trying to get in here. All I see is his little nose poking through the crack of the door. The door kind of sticks, so it's not really shut tight. So he's got his little nose in there. He wants to come say hi. All right, those are done. Set these up here. He is just full of himself tonight. Yeah, I did hear that, Tracy. This hurricane season has been a doozy, hasn't it? You all have been through it. They're thinking it's only going to develop into a 1 or 2. Is that what you mean? I guess that's good, but still seems like a lot. So tell me, when do Floridians get concerned about hurricanes? What level do they have to be to get you guys concerned? Because I know us northern people think that any hurricane is horrible, but I don't think you guys do. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've been gone all day. There you go, Bonnie. Yeah, I'm a little earlier than normal, but I couldn't get my normal time slot, so we're just going to go with it. Okay, I think that is good. So I think we're going to put that in there. We're going to set that aside. And we're going to work on our other pieces. So these are going to be black. This is our roof peak, our door, and our windows. And those will be black. Now the black or the darker colors, usually you only need 1 coat. As long as you get a good coverage. First time around, it's usually good. What I find though is the black, it's shiny, when you put it on and while it's wet. And it will, as it dries, then you can see spots that you missed. Cooper's getting in trouble for barking. Daddy is getting ready to squirt him. We don't spank our dogs, but we've trained them with a squirt bottle. So when they're being naughty, they get squirted with water. And they don't like that, so they usually stop whatever they're doing. And I just heard Daddy say, do you see this? And all we have to do is hold up the water bottle and they stop. And I just heard Bob say that. So, all right. So those are done. So let's slide those over. And then we've got our little wreath. And we just need to paint green. The problem is I hear a dog barking outside, and I'm sure that's what he's getting them all riled up. Here's one of the neighbors. Use your voice and say, shush. Yeah, mine don't listen to that, Tracy. We can shush them till we're blue in the face, and that's not going to work. All right, and then red. We need a little red to do this guy. Yeah, they tend to hate it, so that's why it works well. They do not like it. All right, and we're just going to do our little bow red. I got way too much paint on here, and I got a paint goober. Okay. And that guy's done. We'll set him aside to dry. And what do we have left? We got to do these with the champagne. They're dry now, so we can do the champagne on them. It's just a really pretty pearly color. I really like it. It's got a slight creamed color to it, but it's kind of a pearly color. It's not like glitter sparkle, but it's like that pearl essence type thing. Okay, so all of our pieces are painted. I'm not sure you guys can see the sparkle on that at all, but that's okay. All right, so let's move this aside somewhere. Let's put this over here. And I want to move some pieces around here because we're going to get our backer board up here. And we're going to dry this one. Already getting ideas. Oh, good, Tracy. Yeah, not this Saturday, but next. We have our craft group night. So those that are in my subscription group will get together and have a evening where we get together and do our craft together. Isn't it pretty? It's going to be really pretty. You can't tell, I'm kind of on a church's kick. The subscription group is a church. This is a church. I'm kind of on a kick with churches for this Christmas. Of course, Mom's doing resin. Silly, silly girl. She'll find a way. What I really need dry right now is this bottom part. Because I need to tape this so I can get the line for my stain. I need to really get this part dry. The rest is kind of gravy. If it gets dry, then it's good. I think that's dry enough. So we will go ahead. Now when I do this, I usually I push down the tape right to that line, but then I don't really push it down all the way up on the tape. I usually just do it right there. Oops, but we're getting off the line. There we go. So I'm just going to push down really hard right there. Now, as you see, this stuff is still really loose. See? So all I'm doing is this part right there. All right, so we're going to take a wipe. And we're going to use our antiquing wax to stain it. This works the best if you need a quick stain that dries fast that you can put the sticky back on. If you use regular stain, you need to wait 24 hours because it will not stick. The sticky back will fall right off. So I like to do this if I'm in a hurry. And I can just use a baby wipe, spread it out. Once I get it completely covered, then I just use the baby wipe to kind of back it off a little if it's too dark. Okay, so now I'll just flip it over and use a clean part of the baby wipe and kind of wipe it back a little. There we go. Easy peasy. Now, we're going to go ahead and peel this off. That's what I was worried about. We are pulling up some of the paint, so it wasn't quite dry, but where it's peeling up is right over where the church is going to be, so it's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. If it did peel up somewhere else, you could just go back and touch it up. Yeah, I love it, Laura. I use it all the time for a stain. You do want to make sure it's dry, though, so that the sticky back sticks. And make sure all of this is dry. Yeah, I do too. Okay. All right, let's start putting things together here. Let's get that off. I've got white paint on the back. We don't want that. Let's get rid of this. And we're going to start putting this guy together. Where is my little picker? Oh, what did I do with it? Here it is. There's one at least. Oh my goodness, these stupid paper towels will not stay out of my way. Okay. If I can get a hold of it. There we go. Okay. So, all of my pieces have this peel and stick on them. So all you're going to do is peel it off. And then, like I said, these are etched, so you have a pretty good idea where it's going to go. And before you press it down, just make sure you got it where you want it. You can wiggle it a little bit before you press it down. But once it's pressed, oops, that wasn't dry. It's dry enough. It's okay. It's not going to hurt anything where it's at. Let's go ahead and dry it though, because the rest of the pieces aren't going to stick. And just try to dry all of it real quick. Yep, oops. It's okay. You can't even see it, and where it's going, where my little handprint is going to be covered by this piece anyways, so we're good. So I'm just going to set this here for right now, but the peak you need to make sure is in the right spot. So you're going to put it flush there, and then this goes right up tight to it. So we're going to go ahead and put this one on. Again, peel and stick. I'm just just making sure this piece is still lined up and everything's good there. All right. So now with this piece, she'll just fit right into place. Just like that. Okay, and then our door will fit right in. Just like so. And then our windows. So now the windows, you just want to kind of center. And then obviously you want to match that up on the other side. Before I press it down, I'm just checking to make sure my spacing looks right. Okay, this is what we got so far. Now notice, no glue, and we got our church, okay? So then we're gonna put the wreath on. The wreath is gonna go right there in the center. And then the bow goes right in the center of that. Like so. It's already looking cute. Look how cute that is. Isn't that precious already? Let me get some of this paint off my hands. I'm afraid some of it's still wet. And I don't want to get it on anything. What are you saying no to? Thanks, Laura. Okay. Now my hands are wet. All right. So now let's work on our stars. Now this is, I think, what takes it over the top. I think these stars just really make this project. And now these are the actual cutouts are a little bit bigger than the etch lines on your stars, and that's by design. So if you don't get them lined up perfectly, you know, it's not gonna show. So don't worry about that. Gives you a little wiggle room. I'm all off this tape. Oh yeah. Apparently you did a no-no because Mom gave you the big old capital letter no. Alright, then we're going to put that guy right there. I want to make sure they're going up and down. And now I like to use this just to kind of nudge it into place where I want it. And once you press it down, they're done. They're staying. That's what I love about our kits. No glue necessary. And again, if you're local, oops, we are doing this as a make and take on December 7th at Unvaulted Treasures at noon. And there is a link on my Facebook page for it as well as on my website. Alcohol ink's fun to play with. It's kind of it's what's the word I want to use? It's kind of a chameleon. It changes, and you can, get different intensities with it, and it's kind of fun to play with on certain things, but because I've done it with on like ceramic tiles. And that's kind of fun. Okay. I mean, come on. Those stars just really take it over the top, I think. Last days and I ended up leaving your live. Oh, don't worry about it, Cynthia. You're fine. Okay. So then we're going to place this. And our little dove goes right there. How are we doing? Okay, we got 10 minutes. We're doing perfect. Easy peasy. We got this. Okay. So I always recommend when you're working in a space where you're trying to get it exact and you don't have the little guidelines, it's always best to lay your pieces out first. Make sure you got things where you want them, because as I said, once you peel and stick, it's not coming off. Only way to get it off is going to ruin both pieces. You can, but it's going to ruin everything, so there's no point. And now, of course, you could paint this any way you want. If you don't have to use my color scheme, but I specifically did this way because I like the black and white. So, all right. So all we have to do is put the hanger on it. Look how cute this is. All right. So then to do the hanger, all I do is I take this thick twine and I poke it through this hole. And then I come back through the other side. And then once it's through, then I just tie it in a knot. And there was paint in there, so I've got paint all over my fingers. And then I cut off up here and I tie another knot. However long you want your hanger to be. I really don't want mine long. I want it to hang pretty tight to the sign. So there we go. That one is all done. Thanks, Bonnie. Thanks, Tracy. So that is this one. This one is the Christmas peace sign. It is linked in above if you're interested in it. Or, go look at all the places, my Facebook page and my web page, if you're interested in doing the make and take on December 7th for it. Okay, so then also for our North Pole Gift Express, next one up is this one. This is the one that, for all the moms out there that, could use it. No bow, Tracy. I don't think it needs it. Doesn't need it. No bow. But for all the moms out there that, could use a little extra something, that have said it 5 million times, thou shalt not try me. This is the perfect one. So make sure you go to my page. It is linked at the top. It's in the featured section. Make a comment on it, not this post. Do it on the post for the sign. And then you'll be entered into the drawing for it. Okay? And then on Friday, I'll announce who wins it. Okay? So make sure you're doing that. And I think that's all I have for tonight. We got through that really fast. So, and I'm all out of sorts because I'm not on my 7 o'clock. Oh, welcome, Shirley. I'm so glad you're here. And yeah, Mom posted the link also for the sign. So it's right there if you're interested in it. Oh, Aunt Deb loves the peace sign. It's pretty, isn't it? I do love this one. And couldn't we all use a little piece right now? I don't know about y'all, but I definitely could. Definitely, definitely, definitely. All right, Miss Cynthia, you have a blessed evening as well. All right, ladies, that is all I have for you tonight. I'm a few minutes early, but I will let you get on and go get a drink, get a snack, and then come back for whoever the next crafter is. I'm not sure who that is, but make sure you stick around. All right, guys, thanks so much. Bye-bye.